Hello, Atlantia.
Hola, Atlantia.
Hope everyone's doing well, staying healthy, staying safe. I know it's been a real challenging couple of weeks in the world around us, but I'm hoping that our kingdom and our people and our community that we're doing the right things to keep each other safe and looking out for each other.
So last week in our message, we talked about reopening activities in Atlantia. And we talked about an August 1st start date. And I think that some people were confused by that, and we want to clarify what we meant by that. August 1st was a target date. It was never a hard, firm date. Everything, and I mean everything, is subject to change nowadays, depending on the conditions, the local and national requirements, the trending numbers with the COVID-19. So we can't give you hard and firm dates right now. So August 1st, when we talked about it, was just a target. So first, just to clarify that, I know people were very excited, and believe me, I would be super excited if we could do that, but it was just a target. So along those lines, unfortunately, all events, all official SCA events in August have now been canceled.
In-person events.
In-person events. So I believe that Silver Chalice was the only one that was on the calendar for August. It has also now been, I believe, postponed or will be rescheduled. And when that event is rescheduled, it will still be on our World Progress whenever that's reset. It remains on that. We are now hoping, and let me stress hoping, to restart local activities, not events, local activities, such as practices, A&S get-togethers, things like that, local activities within the next 30 days. Again, everything's subject to review on a weekly, sometimes daily basis, depending on the numbers, but that is our hope, that those things can get kicked off sometime within the next 30 days.
So the Seneschal's office is working on the guidelines for being able to publish local activities on the Kingdom newsletter, the SCA forums, and the official sites that the Kingdom maintains. Meeting those guidelines allows those activities to be published, and we want to fully support them. We look to have that out just as soon as the Seneschal and great officers have completed them. We reviewed this with the Baron and Baronesses as a concept. This was fully supported by those offices. And we hope that by taking a staged and phased restart, that we will be able to manage this safely for all of us.
Much like the modern world is doing. Yeah. Right? You got to start small and build, and that's what we have to do too.
So when we talk about local is what is in your immediate area. It doesn't mean a small activity going on a state away and you get in a car and drive over to it. It doesn't mean driving excessive distances because something sounds like it'd be fun. It's buy locally, support locally, go to activities locally. We want to keep things small. We want to keep things measured. We want to make sure that we're going to follow the state, local, federal, the checklist from that we're going to get from the guidelines from the Seneschal's office. We want to make sure we take this in very measured steps, and that we're being reasonable and sensible with each other. So that's what local means to us. So you can define it lots of different ways, but I think we all know what local is, and we just have to act with common sense.
So that being said, understand that no group is required to restart an activity. No person should feel that they are obligated to attend any local activity. Your safety comes first. You are the one who should decide whether you feel comfortable attending anything when it reopens. All right? That's got to be your judgment call. Everybody should do that.
And there's no pressure or criticism.
Absolutely not.
No, I mean, you've got to be comfortable. And if you have planned something and something changes health wise or by any means, we simply cancel it. It's not proceed at risk. It's proceed with our best judgment, and we all understand that this is a moving target, and we're going to do the best we can with it.
We're your king and queen, but understand we don't have the authority to countermand local or state or federal regulations, okay? So if you think something that we says gives somebody carte blanche to ignore that, that is not correct. Those things come first.
Exactly.
Okay. The last thing is, if you guys, anybody listening to this, if you are confused or have questions about our position on this and restarting, don't ask other people. Come directly to us.
Mm-hmm.
We're available. You can reach us on email. You can reach us by phone. You can reach us on Messenger.
Okay. So that's local activities. As we said earlier, all events in Atlantia have been canceled through the month of August. We hope we want the earliest possible date that we could have events would be in September. But it's not a guarantee at this point. We all can look at the numbers of what's going on in the world around us. We all understand the risk. We hear what's going on with state and local governments not opening up more, but restricting the activities that can go on because of the pandemic's escalation and increase through our population. So we don't want to rush in front of what is a safe practice. I don't know any other way to say it. There's just every one of us in Atlantia value each other before we value anything else. And if we do that and take care of each other, we'll get through this. And we're going to get through it because we're not going to take risks with each other's health.
It's confusing right now. It's confusing to everyone because you've got states who have different regulations within their own boundaries. You have counties within the states that are further restricting using their power. So there's really not even necessarily consistency within one state. It's very confusing. So everybody's playing it by ear. We're doing the best we can. That's all we can do.
So I ask you to support the seneschals, the marshals, all of the officers between A&S, Heraldic. Everyone's trying to make this work online. The web minister, the chronicler, they're working overtime every single week, every single month, trying to keep communication up. And all of the deputies that they have, whether they be the regular deputies we're accustomed to or the special deputies that are working on keeping us all going with virtual Atlantia and other online activities, they need your support. Every one of us want to get together. We're aware of that, but we have to do it in a measured way.
We can only stress how important it is. Please use Virtual Atlantia's calendar function. If you can put those in there, it is one big calendar where all the Atlanteans can see what's going on, what your activities are, and can join in. Whether it be a martial activity, an arts activity, a class, a meet and greet, anything like that. Please use Virtual Atlantia.
With that advertisement done, we will, let's move to a happier subject.
Call out.
Yeah.
Okay, so our weekly call out this week, and I hope I pronounced this right, is Lady Neshka or Shania. She has been a moving and shaking the Bardic in Atlantia. She's been organizing Bardics and helping host them. She's been putting the words out and promoting them. His Majesty and I attended the Kermare Bardic on Friday night. and she was there helping host and push it along. I know she also has done this with the coastal Bardics in Ravens Cove and in others throughout the kingdom. So, Lady Neshka, thank you. This week's call out is to you. Keep up the good work, and we'll keep trying to attend some of those Bardics.
Yes.
Yes. The next great happy subject.
Yes.
Pensick in your backyard. The official countdown is 26 days till Pensick in your backyard.
We've been looking at tent poles. It's pretty exciting, but that's what we're doing to get ready. So
we might have to look at getting new party tunics. I don't know if we can get that done, but maybe. We may have to drag something out of the closet.
And some of the posts for this month's King's Challenge with food, it's been cruel. It's been cruel to have to look at it and go, oh my goodness, we're not going to get together and try any of these things. They look fantastic.
People are early.
Yeah.
People are early on their King's Challenge, their food King's Challenge.
We are jealous. One other thing that's not on our agenda.
Okay.
I want to have a call out to Atlantea's steel fighting community. The board of directors has adopted steel fighting as a SCA activity. The Atlantea led the way in this between Duke Michael, Duke Vlad. There's too many people to name. Tosh, the Christian.
Master Giacomo, lots of people.
Lady Bonnie. There's a tremendous number of people who have put effort into this and worked tirelessly for it, developed a set of rules, the guidelines, and it's been adopted by society based on that work. Several kingdoms have adopted this already, and it's going to roll up in the heavy fighting side of the marshalate. So well done by everybody in Atlantea for that. You were once again first, set a great example, and we're going to move forward. And thanks to Master Allen for his leadership at the board level as our society marshal. He's going to step down after so many years of service. I don't even remember, but oh my God.
A lot.
And I think his last great work was to go ahead and get steel fighting going across the society. So it's fantastic news.
So now Atlantean steel has a new meaning.
Yeah.
We can sing it proudly with our steel community.
Now you're back on script.
Now we're back on script. Well, that brings us to the close of our message this evening. So I know you guys are probably disappointed. You can see there are no puppies here. We have no puppies with us tonight. The puppies are sleeping. They had a very adventurous weekend. They're very tired.
We're late recording this.
So, but I will, for those on Puppy Watch, people on Puppy Watch, Morgan and Murphy now weigh 20 pounds.
9 weeks?
A little over 9 weeks. They're big boys.
All right. Atlantea, stay safe. Hope to see everybody in person soon.
Have a good week, Atlantea. We'll talk to you next week.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.